What's up guys, it's Tommy here and we have super exciting news today. We Liverpool fans woke up this morning to news that there has been significant progress in resolving Van Dijk's new contract, and David Ornstein pretty much confirmed in a recent interview with CNBC that it's not a matter of when, but it's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when Van Dijk and also Salah sign new contracts at Liverpool, which is absolute music to my ears. And guys, if you are happy about this news that Van Dijk is closer and closer to signing a new contract, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here, and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest updates around Liverpool FC. So Sky Sports have recently confirmed that Van Dijk told reporters that there is progress in the contract talks. He said, "I love the club, I love the fans, and they were there for us again at Fulham. We wanted to reward them, but I asked them to be there again on Sunday against West Ham and make the stadium an amazing venue, like always for us. Liverpool host West Ham in a crucial fixture in the Premier League title race, and then we go to Leicester, and then we host to Tottenham. We need to win all these 3 games, so the title is a formality. We can't afford any more slip-ups, really." And Van Dijk said that he is concentrating on the task of winning the Premier League title. That's definitely the mentality in our group, that the job is not done and now we just have to recover from this physically and mentally and put our minds on West Ham at home. And it certainly feels like a shift in the landscape when it comes to tying Van Dijk down to an extension, because James Pearce wrote, "The tone was different when Van Dijk spoke to reporters on Sunday. He stopped short of providing any guarantees, but the fact he mentioned that progress had been made in discussions felt significant. Internally at Liverpool, there's long since been a confidence that an agreement would be reached," and David Ornstein corroborated that as well. He said that Liverpool remain very confident that both Salah and Van Dijk will extend their contracts, and I think we gradually started improving our offers to Van Dijk and Salah, because Trent is like 99% going to Real Madrid. Liverpool can afford to spend a little bit more on the contracts of Van Dijk and Salah. It's unfortunate timing when it comes to Van Dijk's form, because he had quite a lot of huge errors made against Everton. He made 2 errors against Fulham. He made a big error that led to a goal. I think this is overall a very, very good season that Van Dijk is having, and he's one of the main reasons why Liverpool are winning the Premier League title. The other main reason is Salah too. So for Liverpool to tie down 2 of our best players, 2 of our most important players, 2 new contracts is absolutely vital and absolutely massive. And no player has played more minutes on the pitch than Van Dijk. Only Salah, Luis Diaz and McAllister have made more appearances in all competitions, but Van Dijk very rarely gets substituted off. Liverpool almost certainly know already that Trent Alexander is not signing a new contract and he's going to Real Madrid as a free agent. And on this Liverpool website there was the question, will Van Dijk sign a new contract at Liverpool? And 84% of Liverpool fans answered with yes. And I agree with them. David Ornstein also provided some really good news for Liverpool fans. He said, "It's been my understanding throughout that Liverpool are confident and optimistic of renewing Van Dijk's contract, and now it's a case of when rather than if Van Dijk will put pen to paper and sign a new contract, barring any last-minute hitches. The talks, the negotiations have been positive and cordial, which means that Liverpool and Van Dijk remain on very good terms, and Van Dijk's agent and Liverpool are on good terms as well. It's the same situation with Mohamed Salah, which I'm so happy to hear. Liverpool have been confident throughout that they will retain Salah's services, and like I said with Van Dijk, it's more a case of when rather than if that is going to happen now, and that will be really good news for Liverpool." And I think this update by David Ornstein, who is very reliable, and he has people inside Liverpool Football Club briefing him on what Liverpool wants out in the media, David Ornstein's update is the biggest hint yet that Salah and Van Dijk are staying. And yes, forget this one-off against Fulham, which was a terrible game overall, especially the first half. Otherwise, Salah and Van Dijk are having their best seasons, I think, in a Liverpool shirt. And the impending loss of Trent Alexander-Arnold on a free transfer, of course, is very tough to take. But now that even makes it even more important to stay for Salah and Van Dijk to stay, for Liverpool to retain their services. And Liverpool's fans have endured their toughest periods of the season so far over the past month, losing 3 of our last 4 games. That's not happened to Liverpool before under Arne slot. However, if April ends with new contract announcements for Salah and Van Dijk, and Liverpool are on the brink of winning the Premier League title and going level with Manchester United on 20 league titles, there will be plenty of cause for celebration on Merseyside. And according to Sky Switzerland journalist Sacha Tavoliere, Salah is ready to stay at Liverpool if he's offered a longer contract with a pay cut. So Salah would even be happy to stay at Liverpool for 3 years on a reduced contract, because he wants to stay at the top level and compete for titles and trophies, and he's also very happy at Liverpool and he wants to stay and break new records. And I would actually give him that pay cut and a longer contract, because Salah is an immaculate professional. And even if, he drops off in like a year, let's see, at the end of next season, Salah is finished, we can always sell him to Saudi Arabia. They could pay 20, 30, 40 million pounds for Salah. Liverpool get a bit of money for him, and we can get his wages off the wage bill. So it's not like Liverpool are stuck with Salah for the whole 3-year contract. And even though Salah has been relatively quiet lately, he's still having an incredible season. He has 27 goals and 17 assists in all competitions. Keeping Van Dijk and Salah should be a priority for Liverpool, and it is. And James Pearce also revealed that he expects Van Dijk to stay at Liverpool into next season. Of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to Real Madrid, and he's less certain about Salah's future. The biggest talking point so far this season has come over the contract situations over these big 3 stars. And James Pearce said, "I'm still confident that Van Dijk will stay at Liverpool. I think he has been by far and away the best centre-back in European football this season. It's not only what gives you on the pitch, but he's the ideal role model, leader, talisman in terms of the way he conducts himself off the pitch as well. I think the fact there has been so little talk about potential options where Van Dijk could potentially go, I think that points to the most likelihood of him staying at Liverpool. With Salah, we know there is strong interest from the Saudi Pro League. I think that will come down to a straight choice from him. Does he want to stay at Liverpool, keep writing the record books, and also keep competing for the biggest trophies and the best trophies in European football, which is the Champions League and the Premier League title? Or does he want to go to Saudi early and collect a big fat paycheck? I don't think he's ready to walk away from top level football, James Pearce said. And I agree, why would he want to walk away when he's still in his prime, banging in goals for fun? The biggest question mark is around Trent Alexander-Arnold. Those close to him say there hasn't been a final decision yet. But if you speak to people in Spain, Madrid are very confident he will end up there come the summer. And now Liverpool are pretty much resigned to losing Trent Alexander-Arnold on a free transfer. And speaking after the Fulham game, Van Dijk was very honest. He said it was not acceptable, this performance as a team. It was a poor day at the office for all of us. I think there were individual moments that should have been dealt with better. In games, these moments can happen, but if you let them back in, they obviously scored 3 goals and we were on the back foot. No one can ever be perfect, and we were sloppy. We got punished quickly, and like I said, then it's a difficult battle to play. We still had the belief, still had opportunities, but based on the first half, you can't argue with the result. We all know as players that nothing is won yet. I've mentioned it every week. But what is important is that there are 7 games left, and on to West Ham next Sunday. We have to go all in at home, as a team, as players, with the fans, and to get the 3 points. We will be training quite a lot. We are in a very good position, but games like this, especially in the first half, show that the job is not done. And I've been saying it every week. That's definitely the mentality in our group, that the job is not done. The Premier League title is still not finished. It's not in Liverpool's hands yet. So Liverpool still need to keep performing. But we just need 10 or 11 points in the last 7 games. So surely I want Liverpool not just to win the title, but to get at least 14, 15, 16 points from the last 7 games. So we win the title by a considerable margin. But I think this news that Van Dijk's contract talks are moving in the right direction, in a positive direction, is exactly the kind of good news that Liverpool fans wanted to hear after a period of uncertainty around the contract and the recent bad results by Liverpool. And it's absolutely exhilarating, the thought of both Van Dijk and Salah continuing at Liverpool, because that will add a lot of stability into Liverpool next season, and that will also mean that Liverpool don't need a whole squad overhaul in the summer. We just need to sign 3 or 4 players. I would sign a defensive midfielder who is more creative and more dynamic. I would also sign a left back. I would only sign a centre back if Joe Gomez leaves, but I think he should be sold, and I would sign a striker. So that's already 4 or 5 players that you need. And of course Liverpool need a right back as well, how can I forget? So centre mid, striker, right back, left back, minimum 4 transfers. Potentially 5 if Gomez leaves. And potentially 6 if Luis Diaz leaves. So as I said, signing 6 first team players is now a major overhaul, a big rebuild. So I would hope to keep Salah and Van Dijk, and also try to keep Luis Diaz as well, because I think he still has one more good season in him. And Liverpool are strategically planning for having a competitive, title challenging squad next season. That should be the aim. And here is the Premier League run-in for Liverpool. Now, with some of the tougher games out of the way, we played Man City, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Everton, home and away. We played Fulham away, which was a tough game on the fixture list. Now Liverpool have West Ham at home, Leicester away, Tottenham at home. These 3 games, I think Liverpool can win all of them and should win all of them. And then against Chelsea, we can actually clinch the title by even getting a draw if we win the previous 3 games. And who knows, if Arsenal drop more points, then even less points could be enough to win the title. So realistically, I don't see Arsenal winning all 7 of their remaining games, especially because they are concentrating on the Champions League and the games against Real Madrid. That will take out a lot from Arsenal. And here you can see that there is the Arsenal-Brentford game between the Real Madrid games, and that's a potential banana skin for Arsenal. I think they will beat Brentford, they will beat Ipswich, probably beat Crystal Palace, but Bournemouth at home is not easy, and then they go to Anfield. So Liverpool have to calculate with Arsenal winning every game. So Liverpool just need to get their jobs done, and then no matter what Arsenal do, we should be able to win the title. And I think these Liverpool comments are very interesting. The proof is the rumors about Konate's contract demands. Apparently Konate wants to 2.5x his salary. He wants 150% pay rise. Strategically, it makes no sense for Konate to start contract negotiations until he sees the numbers that Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk have accepted. Not necessarily because he wants to be on the same wages as Van Dijk, but his wages will be compared to Van Dijk's wages. If Van Dijk gets a pay rise, then Konate can ask for a significant pay rise as well. So Konate can use these wages as a reason to get a better deal. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, David Ornstein said that Trent has been on Real Madrid's radar for a couple of years. They have been pursuing this signing since January, when they have been allowed to speak to him under the rules. But I think Real Madrid have spoken to Trent Alexander-Arnold even before that. Maybe they were even in his ear when he only signed a 4-year contract, because that's what sometimes Real Madrid do. They tap up players years in advance, and that's what they did with Mbappe, that's what they did with Rudiger. They advised them to run down their contracts, and then they can sign for Real Madrid on a free transfer, and instead of paying a transfer fee, they pay big bonuses to these players. I really hope that these contracts will be announced very soon. There is a scenario where Liverpool win the title and on the same day we get the announcement that Van Dijk and Salah are renewing their contracts. That would be an incredible day for Liverpool fans, but also there is an argument that maybe Liverpool will wait until the end of the season to announce these contract announcements, and Trent Alexander will probably get a farewell. I don't think he will get a very warm farewell by Liverpool fans. I think most in the stadium will give him a warm farewell, but not sure how many. Another theory is that Trent Alexander will just put up a post on Instagram announcing that he is leaving after the season is over. Van Dijk is the absolute priority to keep, and Salah as well, in my opinion. I think Salah leaving would actually hurt Liverpool even more than Van Dijk leaving. Liverpool also need to maybe sign a competition for Salah, somebody who actually Arne fancies and plays. And yes, maybe sometimes Salah should be substituted earlier to give Keys a run out on the right wing, but Arne doesn't really fancy substituting Salah. Maybe when the game is over, when we are already 2 goals up or even 1 goal up, with Salah getting tired, maybe he should get a rest sometimes in the last 20 minutes. Liverpool clearly need to strengthen the squad and adapt the playing style to get the best out of our other attackers and also midfielders to transition more into whatever Arne Slot's playing style could eventually become at Liverpool. Salah has been good. In fact, Salah has been world-class, brilliant, great, majestic. There is a serious lack of cohesion up top that needs to be addressed by Liverpool. And yes, we absolutely have to re-sign Salah, but it's also very exciting to see how Liverpool will proceed with, replacing Darwin Núñez and signing a striker that is more suited to Arne Slot's playing style. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.